Hello and welcome to another live English lesson here at AM Language. It's a Monday. It's the start of the week. Where I am in the world, the weather's bad. Where you are in the hot world, I hope the weather is good. So this week, guys, Irina F., good afternoon. Welcome to today's lesson and thank you for joining. So, guys, let me tell you what you can expect this week at AM Language. First of all, I'm going to tell you about the activities on offer, and then I will tell you what to expect on YouTube. Leondino, good afternoon. Welcome to today's lesson as well. Buon pomeriggio, and welcome to today's lesson. As always, guys, please make sure you follow the lesson in the live chat, whether you're watching now or later. I'd also like to add that if this is your first time to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button. So this week at AM Language, what can you expect? Well, if you are in Malta, today you've got obviously meet and greet, where you get to meet new students. And you get to have some drinks, I believe. So that's normal for Monday. Tuesday, St. John's Cathedral. You've got the option to go for a spa at the Intercontinental Hotel, scuba diving as well. Wednesday, you've got a bus option to go on a bus trip to Valletta's waterfront and the Chinese garden. You've got the option for Pilates and you've got the option for a football match. On Thursday, you've got something called DDPY Yoga, and make friends, speak English at Club Lounge as well. Friday, you've got National Aquarium. So you've got the option to go to the aquarium on Friday, and Imdina by night and a treasure hunt, which sounds lovely. Saturday, you've got the option to go to Gozo on a Gozo tour and Popeye Village. If the weather's good, that should be nice. And Sunday, you've got the option to go to Victoria Lines. I think that's in Gozo, or you can go horse riding as well. So those are the options for this week's activities list. As for what we are going to be doing online, so today is which articles should I use? We are looking at the grammar point articles. We've looked at it in the past, but I know that some people have requested it. And I want there to be something for everybody. So we'll look at some things that some of you might already know, but we'll also look at one or two rules that you might not know as well if you are of a higher level. Tuesday, pronunciation, consonant clusters, really important. Consonant clusters are difficult. So we will look at that on Tuesday. Wednesday, vowel sounds, more pronunciation on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we're going to have a little look at a slight sort of work English for work or business English element. We're going to look at presentation language and how to give presentations effectively. And Friday, we're going to look at negotiations, persuasive language. So all of that is to come this week. So I hope you're all doing well, and we can now get into the lesson. Evelina, good afternoon. Buon pomeriggio as well. Welcome to today's lesson. Thank you for joining. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so let's get into it. Obviously, you guys probably know by now that there are three articles that we need to use. There's the, and an. Okay, so we know that those are three. But let's see, okay, when we are thinking about the, and an, the question that we need to think about here or no article, actually. We can't forget the option where there's not going to be an article. We do need to consider that. Let's consider the rules. Okay, so you guys are going to tell me which rule goes with which article, and that's going to be our starting point. So the first one is A. Specific. The definite article, we're saying this is something specific. Next, the indefinite article, not specific, but general. C. C. With the indefinite article, which one do you use with words that begin with vowel sounds? Okay, so this one would be, now, just to give you an idea, apple begins with a vowel sound, but don't forget you've got words like hour, not out, hour, that also begin with a vowel sound. So we've got these first three over here, and then we've got one more that we need to think about. D. Do we use articles with pronouns? And finally, no, we'll save the last one till last. We'll do that on its own. So we've got four here: A, B, C, and D. So let's see what you currently know. And depending on your answers, we can then have a little look at some examples. So let's see what you currently know just by looking at the rules. I'm going to give you some, I'll write some sentences below just to get the mind thinking, just get the mind working a little bit. But let's see what you guys come up with. Okay, so Leondina says A is the, B is and C is and D is no. Okay, right. Well, if you agree with Leondina, let me know. I'm going to show you, I'm just going to put some example sentences down here for you. Okay, Evelina says that she agrees with Leondina. You've got some examples over here. Why are you reading my book? I saw the film. Do you want to watch a film? And do you want an ice cream? Okay, so far all of you are saying the same thing as Leondina. And I can tell you that Leondina is correct. So well done there. Now, let's look at two more things. First, E. Okay, this one is probably a little bit harder, which is why I'm going to give you an example. Otherwise, it would be a little bit unfair of me. This rule here is for those who are of a slightly higher level, but if you can get this right and you're of a lower level, very well done. Okay, so example. Okay, so you've got an example sentence underneath. I haven't given the correct answer, but that's the context of what I'm talking about. To introduce an idea or a subject, do you use the indefinite article, such as and an, or do you use the definite article, the? So when you're introducing something for the first time, should it be an, or the? Okay, so that's what I mean by that one. And then we'll look at one more rule, and then we can go into a series of activities. Like I said, the ones before are what you would learn at a lower level. This example E is what you would learn at a higher level. If I recall, I think in outcomes you learn this at an upper intermediate level. The other examples, A, B, C, and D, you learn at an elementary level. But example E, this is where you learn at a higher level. So I haven't given you the answers, but I like just to see what you come out with, and we'll go from there. In this example, we saw blank nice house the other day. Blank house was next to a lovely lake. Now you have to use one of these needs the definite article and the other one needs an indefinite article. The question is, which one comes first? So that should help you with that one. I'll give you guys, if you guys need a little bit more time, I will give you it. If not, then I will tell you the answer in about 30 seconds. But it's a good one to know, and it certainly helps once you do know this one. And it will help you with the activity. Well, some of the activities that I have lined up for you. So you've got don't forget, guys, the indefinite article, as we've agreed, is an, and the definite article is the. Leondina has gone with the answers we saw a nice house, followed by the house was next to a lovely lake. And Arena F agrees as well. Okay, well, I can tell you that for the answer of E is or an. And you are correct. In the case above, in the example above, we've got and then the. So well done to you guys. That is correct. Brilliant. Okay, let's look at one more. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you a sentence. Okay. Sentence one, and then sentence two. Question. Which one is right? One or two? Do we need an article in this case? What do you guys think? Let's go for a dinner tonight. Let's go for dinner tonight. What do you guys think? Leondina says two. Well, if you guys agree with Leondina, let me know in the live chat section. What do you guys think? Evelina, what do you think? Again, this is not something that you would learn at a lower level. This is something that, well, you might learn it at a lower level, actually, come to think of it. Definitely more of like a mid-range, sort of middle of the road. B1, you would expect to know it. You guys are saying two. Yeah, two is the correct answer. And this is because when this is called actually a zero, this is called a zero article. And the reason being, okay, is that we often omit, now omit is another word of take out. We often omit the article when we're using it for something like an abstract idea, for example. So that's why we would do that. Okay, so we've now looked at quite a few things. Let's get into some activities, and I might throw one or two other things in there that we might not have looked at beforehand, such as to do with countries as well. Most places you don't need the article. Some places you do need the article, and we can look at which ones those might be. The other thing we need to know is this: article plus adjective plus noun. Don't forget, guys, don't forget that if you're going to end your sentence with a noun, even though you've got an adjective, you need the article, such as a beautiful house, for example. We need that. So let's get into the activity and we'll see what you guys end up doing. So let's start off with a few questions and we'll see what your answers are. And we'll slowly but surely make things a little bit more difficult. So, number one, number two, number three. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna tell you where the article goes, actually. I want to see if you guys can put the article in the right place. So I'm actually not going to tell you where the article goes anymore. Actually, no, I've started, so I should continue. Okay, that's the next round then. We'll do two more, and then I'll begin to make it a little bit harder. And we'll do one more for this round, and then we'll see. Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's see what you put. So you got number one, are you coming to party next Saturday? Two, I bought new TV set yesterday. Three, I think man over there is very ill. He can't stand on his feet. Number four, I watched video you had sent me. And number 5, she was wearing ugly dress when she met him. So let's see what you guys say. And then we'll go from there. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All you need to do is just tell me what you think the answer, what you think the answers are. So Leonidina says 1 is the, are you coming to the party? 2, I bought a new TV set. 3, I think the man over there. Okay. 4, I watched the video sent me. And number 5, Leondina has said that she was wearing an ugly dress. Okay, well, if you agree with Leondina, just let me know in the live chat section. Other than that, if you've got a slightly different answer for any of the questions, please let me know. Like I said, we're starting off easy and we're going to slowly increase the difficulty level. Okay. Now, it does depend which country you're from. It does depend what your first language is. If you come from a place where you don't have a first language, if you don't have articles in your first language, this can be a bit harder. So Arena has said 1 is the, 2 is the, 3 is 4 is the, 5 is an. Okay, so wow, really different answers. Out of the 5, Leondina and Arena disagree with 2 of their answers. And Evelina agrees with, I think she agrees with Leondina, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so what are the correct answers? Okay, let me just put them in. Okay, so are you coming to the party next week? Okay, number 2, I bought a new TV set yesterday. We're going to say I bought a new TV set most of the time because it's something, it's a new, it's something new. I bought a new TV. Unless there's background to the conversation, then it should be a new TV. I think the man over there is very ill. Yes, 3 has to be the, because you're talking about a specific man who is over there. So it has to be the. 4, I watched the video you had sent me. Yeah, 4 has to be the, because both people know which video, which film the person is talking about. And 5, she was wearing an ugly dress. Yes, well done. You all got that one correct. So off to a good start. Well done. Now let's look at the next lot. This next lot might be a little bit harder because I am not going to tell you where the article goes. So let's see how you guys do. So I am just going to write the sentence, but I'm not going to give you an idea where the article should go, what might be missing, or, well, sorry, where it's, yeah, I'm not going to give you an idea where the article goes. So you'll have to probably think a little bit more. Finally, no, 2 more. And okay, guys, let's see what you go with here. You got 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. You've got I'm crazy about reading history books. Okay, don't forget, guys, don't forget, when you're thinking of the, and an, there's also the option not to put an article. So if you don't think you need an article, then tell me no article. So 6, I am crazy about reading history books. 7, she is nice girl. 8, do you want to go to restaurant where we first met? 9, he is engineer. And 10, he thinks that love is what will save us all. A philosophical and maybe a theological and a poetic idea for number 10. So let's see what you guys go with. You've got 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. What do you guys think? I'm crazy about reading history books. She is nice girl. Do you want to go to restaurant where we first met? He is engineer and he thinks that love is what will save us all. Okay. Let's see what you guys come out with. And this would be the first part of it. And then I'll come out with a slightly different exercise where we need to think about the article within the context of a paragraph, rather than just sentences. And that can be a bit harder. Please make sure, by the way, if you know someone who does want to learn English, please make sure that you share this channel with them so they could be introduced to AM language, the daily live lessons, and in the future, in the very near future, you will soon see some new videos that are shorter than a live lesson. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that is developed. There's some very exciting things there that I'm looking forward to, and I think they could be developed quite nicely. So there's some more interesting content to come your way this year regarding these lessons. Let's see. Okay, I'll give you guys maybe 30 more seconds. So Leonardina has said, for number 1, I am crazy about reading history books. So in number 1, Leonardina has decided. Sorry, I'll start again. Leonardina has decided that in 6, an article is not needed. 7, she is a nice girl. Okay, we'll see if she's correct. The structure there looks a rather interesting one that we did look at. 8, do you want to go to the restaurant we first met, where we first met? Number 9, he is an engineer, and 10, he thinks that love is what will save us all. So if you agree with Leondina, just let me know that you agree with her, but if you don't, let me know where you disagree. We will then go through this and we will see what the answers actually are. But thank you very much, Leondina. We will soon see if you are correct. 7, so Irina has said 6 is nothing, 7 is a, 8 is the, 9 is an, and 10 is nothing. Okay, so I think that's the same answer as Leondina. Apologies, I am yawning at the moment. Okay, so let's have a little look at the answers. And we'll see if you guys are correct. So answers for this one over here, we've got 6. Yes, you don't need an article in this one. I'm crazy about reading history books. You don't need an article. We're not talking about a specific, it's a plural. Correct answer. Number 7. Okay. She is a nice girl. Well done here, by the way, guys, because here you've got the structure, article, adjective, noun. So really well done there. Number 8, do you want do you want to go to the restaurant where we first met? Yes, this has to be an article because we're talking about a specific place. So that tells us that it needs an article. Number 9, he is an engineer. Absolutely. Now, don't forget, when you talk about your profession, your job, it's going to be an or a. So he is a doctor, she is a dentist, um, he is a banker, she is a psychologist. Um, and even if you change the pronoun to a group of people like they, it's still going to be no, you that's the that's the different one, because you're not talking about one person, you're talking about more if you use they. But as long as you use he or she or a name, you're going to need an article with a job title. So well done there. And finally, number 10, you've got he thinks that love is what will save us. Yeah, you don't need an article with this one. You don't need an article over here. So well done. Now, let's move on to the next round. Let's see how you guys do. So I'll do this again in terms of A, B, C, D, I think. Okay, let's see what you guys go with. Oh, you've got A, B, C, D, and I forgot to put A, B, C, D in properly, so I'll just do this again. You've got A, you've got B, you've got C, D, and E. So let's see how you guys get on. A, B, C, D, E. I saw game at shop we like to go to. It looked great. Game apparently is original series. Do you want to play later tonight? Let's see what your answers are for A, B, C, D, and E. Only 4 questions, but an important part of this kind of building, this whole building thing. And then we'll finish with a bit of a fun one, which can be a little bit difficult, but it's a fun one. So let's see how you guys do. I mean, the thing about articles is once you've learnt the rules, they can be they can be quite easy to remember. It's a question of also getting used to knowing which one is right, what looks right as well. I understand that if you don't have articles in your first language, such as if your first language is Russian based or Turkish based, this is going to be difficult because you don't have this in your language. If you do have articles in your language, it helps, but maybe the rules of using articles are slightly different. But this could be, but this is a good one. It takes you through all the different, well, it covers just about every single element of using articles, or not every one, but the majority of them. And these are the important ones to know, especially about when you introduce ideas. Don't forget that, guys. When you're introducing new ideas, there's a particular article that you need to use. So let's see what you guys say. You don't need to write out the whole thing yourself. You can just give me a list, A, B, C, D, and E. And that would be fine. That would tell me exactly what your answers are. Okay. What is probably the most difficult one? I'm not sure what the most difficult rule is actually with articles. I think a student would have to tell me what the most difficult uh, way of using articles in English are, because I don't know. I imagine it might change from country to country, first language to first language. That might be difficult. The other thing is, I mean, look, when you're given a sentence or sentences, it's easier to see which article you need. It's always harder if you have to produce the language yourself. If you have to produce the language yourself, this does become harder. No question about it. It becomes a lot harder because you have to think of the rest of the sentence, and it can be difficult. It can be challenging. So you've got A, B, C, D, and E. I think sometimes knowing when you don't need an article can be a little bit difficult. So Arena F says A is A, B is the, C is the, D is an, and E is nothing. So you're saying that I saw a game at the shop. I saw a game at the shop we like to go to. Just realized that I probably shouldn't have gone with shop. I probably should have gone, oh no, yes, that's right, because I'm talking about a computer game. I didn't qualify what type of game I was talking about. I am talking about a computer game here. That's why it makes sense. So yes, I saw a game at the shop we like to go to. It looked great. The game apparently is the original series. Do you know? The game apparently is an original series. Do you want to play later tonight? So that's Irina's F's answer. If you agree with Irina, just let me know that you agree with her. If you think maybe this one is wrong, it should be this, let me know in the live chat. I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds, and then I shall tell you what the answers are. And if you have got them right, then very well done. Okay, so 20 more seconds, and then I shall reveal the answer. Irina F, I know your first language is Russian, I think, or a Russian-based language. So this, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know how useful this is to you. I know that your articles are actually pretty good. So who knows? Maybe this is too easy for you, Irina. Okay, so the answers. A, I saw. Sandra, good afternoon. Guten Tag, and welcome to today's lesson. And okay, so you agree with Irina. So yeah, A is A. I saw a game at the shop we like to go to. It looked great. The game apparently is an original series. Do you want to play the? Do you want to play tonight? Yeah, you don't need an article in the last one. So well done, guys. Excellent stuff. So Now that you guys have done that and we've looked at articles and you seem to have done very well, let's go into our final activity. Articles and places. Which places need the article? And this is a fun way to finish off the lesson, and we'll see what we're going to end up with. So let's start off with a G1. Two. Three. Four. Five. Six. Seven. Eight. Nine. And 10. Go with okay, so this can be our 10, and we'll see what you guys come out with. We'll see how many you get right. Like I said, when it comes to these sort of things, the general rule of thumb, sorry, is no, you don't need an article, but there's lots of exceptions. No, oh no, I've given you an example already, which is number 4. So I've given you the answer to number 4. Sorry. I'm going to have to do 11 because I've told you that number 4 is the Netherlands. So that's silly of me. So I need to put another one in there. I can't believe I forgot about that. It's just so automatic. Let's go with Hawaii. Okay, so number 1, United States of America. Do you need an article? 2, United Kingdom. 3, Holland. 4, we've done by accident. 5, Maldives. 6, New Zealand. 7, Arctic. 8, Antarctica, sorry, Antarctica. 9, Galapagos Islands. 10, Philippines. And 11, Hawaii. So let's see what you guys come out with. Oh, that reminds me. Yes, number 7. I'll just do number 7 again. I've just realized there's a spelling mistake. Arctic. That's what it's meant to be. No, not Arctic. Not like that. No, it's Arctic. So 7 is actually down at the bottom. So let's see what you guys say. Which ones do you need an article with? Some will be obvious, like I would imagine most people know what the answer is for United States of America. Others, not so much. So Sandra says the United States, the United Kingdom. Just for number 3, just Holland. Number 4, yes, is the Netherlands. 5, you're saying the Maldives. 6, just New Zealand. 7, the Arctic. 8, you're saying just Antarctica. 9, the Galapagos Islands, 10, the Philippines, and 11, none. So those are Sandra's answers. If you agree with Sandra, let me know. Leondina says 1 is the, 2 is the, 3 is no article, 4 is the, 5 is the, 6 is no article, 7 is the, difference on 8. So for 8, Leondina is saying the Antarctica, and Sandra is saying just Antarctica. 9 you both agree with, 10 you agree, and 11 you agree. So only 8 is the only one where there's disagreement. Well, I can tell you that the answers are as follows. Evelina says that 1 is the, 2 is the, 3 is none, 4 is the. Thank you very much, Evelina. Irina F has said the United States of America, the United Kingdom, Holland, the Netherlands, 5 the Maldives, 6 New Zealand, 7 the Arctic, and the Antarctica, 9 the Galapagos Islands, 10 the Philippines, and 11 Hawaii. Sandra says, Sandra's going to say something, and then I'll tell you what the answers are. One, the, because it's the United States. 2, the United Kingdom. 3 is none, because it's Holland. 4 is the. 5, the Maldives. 6 is none. 7, the Arctic. 8, you are correct. 8 is just Antarctica. Meanwhile, in Antarctica, you don't need to say in the Antarctica. If you said just, if you say the Arctic, yes. But no, Antarctica is none. You don't need an article with Antarctica. In Antarctica. 9, the Galapagos Islands, yes. Number 10, the Philippines, yes. And 11, none. So those are the correct answers. Well done, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you're new, and I will be back tomorrow, same time, 3 o'clock, with another live lesson. And in this case, we are tomorrow, Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to look at pronunciation. And tomorrow is pronunciation consonant clusters. So thank you very much. And thank you for your participation today. Evelina, well done, Evelina. Yes, I think you got those answers correct. Sandra, thank you very much for joining. Have a great evening. Leondina, you too. Thank you for joining. Irina F, you as well. And Evelina, you as well. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody, and see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye for now.